All right, hi everyone. Hi everyone. It's a beautiful Saturday afternoon, and I'm so super duper excited and grateful unto God for the amazing, beautiful, priceless gift of life that God has blessed each and every one of us. And I hope that you, my sister, my brother, are so super thankful that you are alive again to see the breaking of another exciting, blossom, awesome day. Listen, I want to put something on your table that will bless your soul and that will nourish your mind because I know that we were created so that we can be a blessing to one another. All right. This is your girl. My name is Bella Vasi. Here we talk about life, hope, and courage because I believe that there is a reason God created us. Okay. Now, I want to say something to you, right? I really, really want to say something to you. And I know that this is meant for somebody. Okay. Listen, no matter what you do in this life, no matter what you do, no matter where you go, no matter what happens to you, please never you come to that point where you forget that God is all that you need. Don't you ever, did you hear me? I say that again. No matter what happens to you, no matter where you go, no matter what you do, never you forget that God is all that you need. I'm going somewhere and I will tell you why I said that you should never forget that God is all that you need. Now listen, yeah. We live in a world where people are perpetually looking out for another person's downfall. We live in a world where people are so interested in hearing bad news concerning another person. We live in a world where people, go down on their knees and they are praying for another person's downfall. It is crazy, but it's the truth, and that is the world where we live in. Now, the only way that you can win all of this negative energy is to make God the center of your life, is to make God your only source, is to make God your all in all, is to make God your solid foundation, is to make God the ground upon which you stand, is to make God your confidence, is to make God, your refuge, is to make God your shield, because it is only with God that you can outshine and be something different from what they are wishing you. Now, listen, yeah, it is crazy, but this is just the truth. There are people who, on a daily, they sharpen their ears. They open their ears very wide. They are hoping to hear negative news about you. There are people who, on a daily basis, they are so uncomfortable. Why? Because they wish that they will hear something, that has happened to you negatively, not positively. Now listen. You've got to come to the point where you really, really understand that if God is not there for you, with you, and by you, that you are only going to become their expectations. Now, I want to say something to you that the Bible says that we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but that we are wrestling against principalities and powers. Now, having said that, I need you to understand that most of the times, these people who are acting dubiously or wickedly or evil, that there is some sort of spirit that is working in them, or that they have allowed themselves to become tools in the hands of these negative spirits. Now, that is why God has given us the mandate to rebuke, to accept, and to reject. Now, listen here. It will shock you that even before you were born, even before you were formed, I beg your pardon, in your mother's womb, that God has already made an edge, a defensive edge around you that makes it impossible for you to become a victim of the enemy's wish. How do I know? I know this because God said to us that no weapon of the enemy that is formed, fashion will prosper or work against us. Now, that verse is simply telling us that Of course, that there are weapons that are being formed, that they are being put together, that they are being plotted, that they cook and all of that. And that they are also being fashioned in the sense that they are sending them, right? But the good news is that our safety and deliverance and protection was already given to us even before we manifested. Now, the only time that you can outweigh them and outweigh all of this negative, evil wishes and, that is being, formed and fashioned is to stay with the one who has shielded you, with the one who knew you even before you became. The mistake that people do is that they think that they don't need God, or that they know other solution, aside God, or that they know a way out outside God. Now, it's a tragedy in the sense that every other thing that you think that you know, they are nothing without God. I say that again. Anything that you're believing in, that you're holding dear, or that you think that, okay, you have something that you are believing in, the sort of, no, I get audacious, I get confidence, I get all of this. Listen, those spirits, they reckon with the manifestation of God. They know that they cannot, ignorantly, deny the existence of who God is. Anything and everything that be, listen, they understand and they acknowledge the existence of the one who is the Almighty. So I want to beg you, listen, if you don't want to be a casualty, if you don't want to be a victim of this demonic, satanic plots and wishes here and there, please make God the center of your life. Let God be your beginning. Let God be in the middle, and let God be in the end. For every step that you take, ensure that you put God first. For every movement that you are about to make, ensure that you ask God to go ahead of you. Put God first. As you are rising, make sure that God is your pillar. Make sure that God is your pillar, not your own strength, not your understanding, not your wealth, not your investment, not your connection. Ensure that you are rooted, in the capability and in the, existence of God's functionality and God's might. Please, I beg you. I wish that God can open our eyes to see the people who are around us that are not really, really with us. It will amaze you to see that people who are around us are not really, really with us. Now, the Bible made us to understand that the worst enemy that a man can face is the household enemy. Now, that does not narrow down to, the person that you sleep under the same roof with, but the person that you cohabit with, the person that, you associate with, the person that you are being known with. It's crazy what is, resident inside of the human heart. You don't want to know. But let me tell you, God did not give us the ability to see far beyond what the eyes can show us. The more reason why we have to depend solely on the one who sees and knows. Do you understand? Because the Bible said that for God knows the thought of every man's heart. He said that before you even think about it, before you even conceive, the thought, before you even have that thought in your heart, God already knows what you are thinking. That is before it becomes, the thing that you can put together in your head. God already knows what you are about to do. So God is always ahead, of anything and everything. So if you want to be and not be a casualty and not become their wish and expectation, please make God the center of your life. Let God be your only solid rock. Let God be your strong shield. Let God be your defense. I am telling you, we live in a terrible world and we are living in terrible times. It's crazy how You know, there's a saying that says that it is not the person, it's not the pain that you are getting from the heat that you are being hit, but the person who is hitting you is what pains the most. When somebody stabbed you, it's not the pain that you get to feel from the stab that gets you off balance, but when you suddenly turn and see the person that is stabbing you, that is the pain that actually pains the more. So please, our anchor is God. Our shield is God. Let me tell you finally, God will never, never allow them. God will never, never leave you to be at their mercy. God will never, never allow you to become their expectations. And let me tell you today, in case you are among those people whose job is to wish people bad, which haunts them, look for a way on how to bring people down, let me tell you, the Bible says that for he that rolled the stone, that the stone shall be rolled back. And that he that dogs the pit, that pit that you have dug will not swallow anybody, but it shall swallow you. Meaning that the evil that you are doing, they are automatically your own very portion. Why don't you just wish people good? It pays to wish people good. It's beautiful to wish people well, because what you sow is what you will reap. If you wish people well, you will see wellness. If you wish people bad, you will see bad. And the last time that I checked, no man's life is in another man's hand. We are all at the mercy of God. So please, listen. If the one who created us, his thought and wish for us is of good, why do you think that your evil wish that it will be counted or be noticed, or that it will manifest? God is not under your obligation. God is not under your influence. You cannot influence God in a negative way. Come on now. So please, my sister, my brother, in all that you do, ensure that God is the center of all, nothing else. Because if not, you are just like, a wall. You are just like a building without a wall, or you are just like a building without a fence. You are so vulnerable without God. A person who has no God in his life, or who has not made God to be his center, is a person that is so vulnerable and is so, it's, in fact, you are not even a target, because you are there. You are easily accessible. Do you feel me? You feel me, right? Someone needs to hear this. No lose God. Because if you see what they are thinking about you, if you see what they are wishing you, then you will understand that you've got to trust in God the more, and you've got to rely in God, and that you've got to depend solely in God. But I say to you today, God will never allow us to become their evil expectations. God will never allow us to be at their mercy. So come on now. In case you've been allowing yourself to think that you don't need God, well, I am sorry, because men, you truly do need God. My name is Bella Vasi. I sign off.